Hey, this is Richard. This, my friends, is Games Freezer, and we are back. We're back with another one of our 10-minute tasters. We're over on the Nintendo Switch 2, and we are playing the new release of Off. So, I'd never heard of Off prior to receiving this code, and apparently it was a massive influence to the Undertale RPG that you may well have played. So this is a precursor to that. So quite interesting how you can see the similarities between the two styles, of RPG. So I did get started on this just to sample it and see what it's all about. So I'm not going to press continue. I'm going to press new game now and see where we go. So hopefully I can take you through the first 10 minutes or so, just so as you get a feel for what type of game it is. So it's kind of very lo-fi with no sort of voiceover or anything like that, and a kind of ambient soundtrack. Anyway, caution, it is possible that certain scenes in this game may prove shocking to an unwarned public, or maybe not. Identify yourself. Okay, so we're going to identify ourselves. Let's start our name. Let's go with Ricardo, which is generally what I go with when I'm playing a video game. Either Ricardo or Rachel if I want to be a female. Right, okay, so let's go with Ricardo. And in Championship Manager or Football Manager, I'll go with Riccardo Patini and become an Italian football manager. Anyway, less of that, more of this. Right, press OK now. Your name is Ricardo, correct? Yes. I'm a boy. I'm a girl. I'd rather not say. I'm a boy. Alright. Welcome, Ricardo. You've been assigned to being called the Batter. The batter is on a mission. Be sure that it's accomplished. We'll let you both out in Zone 0. Good luck. For more information, find the one called the Judge. Very cool, very intriguing. And you'll see in a minute, it's like this cool art style. To move my body, use left analog stick. To interact with the environment, use A. There you go, moving around. Let's go up here. Zone 0. Here comes the cat. There can be no living beings in Zone 0. I deduce, therefore, that you are a figment of my imagination. Nevertheless, I will introduce myself. I am the Judge, and I am aching to know your name, my dear illusory interlocutor. I'm the Batter. I've been entrusted with a sacred mission. Delighted, I'm sure, but I am not addressing the body, only the soul that it harbours. What is your name, controller? His name is Ricardo. He can't talk to us. However, he can see and hear everything. Although to me you are nothing more than an imaginary spectre. I must say that I am delighted to make your acquaintance as well, my dear Ricardo. I believe we need your help. Many people require my services. You know, everybody loves cats. We rub ourselves against their legs and purr in a most insistent manner. They adore that. I'm not talking about that kind of help. I see. What sort of service could I offer to an ectoplasmic entity? I have a sacred mission to fulfill. I must purify the world. There is no objective more laudable. Therefore I agree to serve as your guide through this place. If I may be of any assistance. Thanks. Okay, right, let's start walking. Okay, so I can go over here. A luck ticket has been found. Happy days. Can I go over here? No, that way is blocked. Can I go in this door? Okay, right. So this little mural here is going to come in handy. So it's 448 287 and then C.
You can ask me to play a radio station or ask for your music in a different app.
Well, Siri thinks I'm talking to it. Okay, so that will come in handy later on, as you will see. So I've noted it down on the pad. Allow me to confess that I find you quite tangible for a phantasmagorical being. Might you in fact be a person of flesh and blood? I think so. So I was mistaken from the first, and you did not even interrupt my fanciful soliloquizing. I must say this is really quite strange. You are the first living being I have ever met in this place. I had concluded therefore that Zone 0 was empty. It's all too obvious that I was mistaken. Now then, there are other zones in those territories. You may find yourself subject to the violent attentions of certain hostile individuals. Your sacred mission away, it may well lead you to those places. Would you like me to acquaint you with the art of violent confrontation? Combat tutorial? Yeah. This is the battle screen. As you can see, you will find yourself placed on the right hand side of the screen. Meanwhile, your opponent, in this case your humble servant, will be placed on the left, positioned appropriately for single combat. As battle begins, you will be given your first choice. You must decide between attack, defend, competence and objects. Naturally, attack allows you to engage your opponent in the classical manner. Now it is time to put theory into practice. Choose attack, select the batter, and then choose attack once more to slay me with your bat. Okay, right, so we've got attack, defend, competence and objects. We want to choose attack. We want to select the judge to attack, and we attack the judge. Excellent, my dear sportive companion. Remember that the impact of your assault is determined by the level of both batter and his opponent. Your iron volition may result in the occasional critical strike. This will cause teeth to fly in heaps, I am sure. When you are ready, strike again. Okay, attack the judge, wallop. It is also possible for you or your adversaries to slyly avoid the offensive moves you exchange. Just as it is your goal to purify these spectres, they wish to eliminate you. You may guard against such feeble attempts. Choose defend and protect yourself from one of my dastardly blows. Ouchie! Right, defend. Me. There you go. The batter takes a defensive start. Now once more, if you would be so kind to prove your mastery of defence. I get walloped for 6, but if I defend, I don't take any damage. Even the best sportsmen, I believe, are subject to the callous vicissitudes of the playing field. Do not fret, you can recover from these grievous injuries. Competence permits you to use one of your special talents. Objects grants you access to the inventory you're carrying. Now let's attempt to utilise an object. Take this luck ticket and graciously use it on the batter's person. Okay, objects, luck ticket, use it on batter. The batter used the luck ticket. Impeccable, your mastery of battle borders on brilliancy, my friend. But there is one thing we have not yet addressed. I'm speaking, of course, of your competencies. Speaking generally, they are special moves that trigger surprising effects. For example, a competence might trigger an unusually powerful attack or induce a resurgence of health points. In any case, you must remember that using a competence will incur some degree of competence cost, so I suggest you wield these skills with parsimony. With competence cost exhausted, you will find heavy assaults impossible to carry out, and if by some mischance you cross swords with a more than worthy opponent before recovering it, victory will be uncertain at best. Now then, let us try one. Choose competence and then run with courage, a skill calibrated to brutalise your enemy.